In this tutorial, I'm going to talk about how you can use the GetPivot function to easily pull data from a pivot table. Pivot tables are generally pretty awesome because they allow you to work with large data sets and really get the data meandered in a way that you want it to be to work best for you, but also so that way the data is dynamic. Um, but that said, sometimes you get the data that you want it to, in the way that you want it to look like, and it looks, not necessarily very presentable, right? We have this data for different regions, as well as just, the different values, where the blanks are where there's no value. So, different values kind of scattered around, and you want to clean it up and just have, this report right here for the first 3 months of 2019, the first 3 months of 2019, and we can use the getPivot function to be able to easily pull data from the pivot table. So first, what we can do is we can just do equals and then highlight over the pivot table. And as you can see, a getPivot function should automatically come up. Now, this might not be showing up for you as a getPivot function, and it's going to be for two reasons. So one reason why is because you might be referencing something in your pivot table that is a column or row value. So as you can see, we're referencing some of sales. So which is why the getPivot function is showing up. But if we reference the row value, such as the region, or a column or row value such as the date, it's not going to show up as a getPivot. Only when you reference something that just drags over into the value column. Another thing to check is if you have the it turned on to be getPivot function. So to go to pivot table analyze, pivot table options, and then you click the little drop down and it says generate getPivot. Make sure that's checked. And then now we have it to where we have the getPivot function. And as you can see, it is pulling for the sales value. It is pulling from the top of the corner. For date, again, this is a number. The region is east. But one of the things we can do is we can change these different the item parts to be cell references, right? So we can highlight the date to be this right here, and then we can highlight the region to be this right here. Enter. And now as you can see, it's a ref error. Well, why is that? The reason why it's ref error is because it's not finding anything. So we can nest this inside an if error function. So if error, and the value of error can just be 0, because if it's not finding anything, it's 0. Then we're going to want to change our cell references. So for the region, we want to make sure it doesn't go left or right. And then for the date, we want to make sure it doesn't go up or down. So not to prevent it from going up or down, we put a $sign in front of the number. To prevent it from going left or right, we put a $sign in front of the letter. Center. Now we're going to Control C and then drag it, the function, to be where we want it to be. Control V. As you can see, now we have it to where we are pulling data from the pivot table, and it just generally looks much better and a little more cleaner, like so. And we can also have it to where this is connected to the row value as well too, if we wanted to. So that to make it even more dynamic. So that said, hope you found this tutorial to be helpful in getting data from your pivot tables. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.